Welcome to this segment. This segment is Secretary of Defense and fourth quarter, and we're talking about the Redskins running over the Philadelphia Eagles. And we have Phil the Eagle here. I don't know how he got in this segment, but he's here. Phil, you suck. This is a big week this week after a terrible loss last week. We got to redeem ourselves. And I think one way you start out, you have to contain Michael Vick. Michael Vick is probably playing the best football at the quarterback position of anyone in the National Football League. And because of that, we can't wear football cleats. We need to wear track shoes because this is going to be an all-day event. You must contain Michael Vick. You can't let him get outside the 9-hole or the 8-hole. And those guys are responsible for that. It would be people like Brian Rockpo and Andre Carter. Once you get outside that, you break containment. I'll tell you a good example. Last week when we played the Rams, that rookie quarterback, he beat us, Sam Bradford. You watched, they ran a little dash out, and D'Angelo Hall, he thought he was going to cross the line of scrimmage. He came up, broke the coverage, and left his man in the backfield there and just dumped that ball to him for a touchdown. So, but Michael Vick is much more dangerous. He's the most dangerous, electrifying player in the league, and we must find a way to sort of contain this guy. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a big week for the Redskins. Donovan McNabb is going home. It's a homecoming game. The guy spent 11 years there. He was one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league as far as accuracy. He's taken them to 5 division championships. And it's going to be a lot of emotions, but I will say this here. The Redskins are going to have their hands cut out for them. I'm not so sure will he be embraced or will he be throwing batteries. You know, they beat up Chief Z once before. Philadelphia people, they are sort of the most neurotic people in the National Football League. But the big question is, how will Donovan McNabb feel going back home? It's a big game. It's a must-win for the Redskins. It's bragging rights. And Donovan McNabb and Andy Reid have a good relationship. And so we need a big win this week. And Donovan McNabb, you'll be my player of the week. I think the key thing for the Redskins, they got to control Michael Vick, contain him, build a cup. And when I mean a cup, you got to get the pressure up the middle and the outside pressure come. That way he has no escape lane. But Michael Vick, sort of like Superman, he sort of makes you miss. I think what's going to be key, if he get outside you, it's pretty much a disaster. You know, the guy can take it to the house, or he can throw it on the run, 60, 70 yards downfield. But I'm going to think that from watching this year, Brian Rockpo have been okay. Hadn't had a great season yet. You know, when you determine what's great for the defensive end, you look at the sack numbers. He walked Sam Bradford down last week against the Rams. He's not going to walk Michael Vick down. But you can't let the guy break containment. When I mean break containment, get outside the tackles, because that's very effective right there. And so I'm going to say Brian Rockpo has the speed, but the key guy going to be Andre Carter. Andre Carter seemed to be stiff, robotic. He hadn't really sort of, to me, in my opinion, he hadn't seemed to sort of adjust to the 34 front. He's with the 49ers. He didn't adjust to the 34 front. That's why he was here now. But I will say this, is that Andre Carter got to have an outstanding game, because they look for this kind of guy to get outside. They see that he doesn't have the hip flex. He can't sort of run lateral. People get out. They got outside of him last week. And so I'm going to say, Andre Carter, I'm going on a limb with you. I'm picking you as my player of the week, and you must stand up and rise up to the occasion. Well, I tell you, special team is great. This is about field position, just another added dimension in our game. It's another arsenal in our weapon. Is that 2 guys I thought played great last week was Phil Daniels on blocking that field goal. I thought momentum would carry us, and I felt like Devin Thomas had great positive yards. If you notice, when he got the ball, he got past the 20. He seemed like he would get like 27 yards. One time he returned it 35 yards. And so that guy has a knack for returning punts. I'm going to pick Devin Thomas as my special team player of the week to sort of get us positive yards, give us good field position, and that's what we're looking for, field position. Devin Thomas, you'll be my player of the week, special teams player of the week. what we're going to need on this week against the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody must rise to the occasion. Look yourself in the mirror, decide what do you want to do. How do you want to leave your legacy? And it's going to start this week. You must be able to look in the mirror and be happy with who you are and what you're going to contribute to this football team, because your hands are going to be full this week. We just got to play hard-nosed football, knock people off the line of scrimmage. That's the way you win football games in this league. I've been talking about knocking people's jocks off, and I do have a jock here. You see this? This is a jock, and this is a cup. You knock the cup out the jock, that means that you're very explosive, and you're making some things happen. And if not, this is a bat. I want to see people laying the wood. I know LaRon Landry, you like laying the wood. London Fletcher like laying the wood. We need every 11 guys on the field laying the wood come October the 3rd. I don't know the name of that stadium. It used to be Veterans Stadium. What's the name of the stadium? Lincoln. There you go. Lincoln Stadium. Lincoln, here we come.